beating the Titans last week, trying to start 3-0 for the first time since their Super Bowl winning season, while the Eagles look for their 19th win in their last 20 games. Off we go with Blake Corum on the return for the Rams. Corum stops shy of the 25.
To now here we are in week 3. They're 2-0. And he's been as good, if not better, than every quarterback in the entire league.
Starts this day with a handoff to Kyren Williams, and Williams has 5 on the first play of the day.
As Matthew Stafford told us, just because they call it doesn't mean he has to throw it.
He's in trouble, steps up, gets rid of it to Kyren Williams, one-on-one, gets away from Adoree Jackson, and gets a first down.
Young talent on the defensive side of the ball's unmatched.
Stafford to throw on first down, swings it out through the hands of Williams. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 to the best in the NFL and his year plus. 2nd and 10. Stafford throws an interception. Zach Bond read it well and picked it off.
But Zach Bond, the signing of him in free agency before last year, he can play on the ball, he can play off the ball, and he is one of the best pass defending linebackers in the entire NFL.
Guy that goes from a special teams player in New Orleans, seldom used defensively. It's Barkley. Gain of just 1. Well, it's not always pretty, but it almost always ends in a win.
You don't have to put the ball in harm's way by forcing it in the downfield passing game.
His first throw to the sideline, Devontae Smith. Tackled right away by Cameron Kinchins. Yes, Smith. Just a 4-man rush. Hurts with time. Steps up. Jalen Hurts, who's scrambled more than any quarterback in the league so far, stumbles here for a short gain. It is a design run. And room off the right side for Jalen Hurts. The first design run of the year for Jalen Hurts goes for 17 yards, and they pick it up on 4th and 2.
The all-everything young defensive end, they put him in a pickle. He's the read player. So you see they got the peel with Dallas Goedert, the fake handoff to Saquon Barkley. He's not sure where his run fit is, and when Jalen Hurts decides to pull that ball, remember in that divisional round last year, so much attention was on Saquon.
Press set it downs at the 13. Eagles trying to take advantage of the pick. Barkley got hit in the backfield and dropped. And this Rams defense feels like it has something to prove after Barkley, like you mentioned. They'll pack it in there for the 2nd down play. Bring the blitz. Hurts throwing outside. That's Dotson that can't hang on. Had a step there on Lake. Here's where the Rams defense really thrives. 3rd and long with all these good pass rushers. On the slant. There's Smith. He's close to a first down. Spilled by Curl. Going to spot him a little bit short. It is Hurts straight ahead for the first down. First down and goal. It's a fake to Barkley. It's a throw to the end zone for Brown, who is defended by Lake. Pass interference coming here.
Pass interference, number 37. Ball placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
Probably didn't look like much, but it was a false start.
Run it again right here. They got a first down with it. Now they get a touchdown. Eagles take advantage of the interception and find the end zone first.
Well, there you go. They're now 6 for 6 in the red zone to start this 2025 season, and just goes to everything we started that drive off with. When you're good at situational ball and they bake that into every decision and play call they make throughout the entire game.
All the talk about it this week. Nick Sirianni got asked a bunch about it. He said, you know what? The other team knows what's coming. Now it's about physicality. Jake Elliott to kick it. Corum and Whittington back. And it's Corum from inside the 5 to the 30.
That is a false start.
Kyren Williams on the first play of the drive here for the Rams for 6. 2nd and 4. Williams again has a hole and has a first down. This Rams offense second only to Lamar Jackson's Ravens over the first 2 games in explosive plays.
A couple years ago it was Matthew Stafford.
Williams again. Slips his way through, stays on his feet in the Eagles territory. Jahad Campbell runs him down after 13.
Davante Adams last year against this Philly team, they really struggled against man coverage.
Corum got blown up right there by Nolan Smith. A little bit redundant. He's to the top of the screen here. First down or second down and 10 from the 48. Deep drop from Stafford. Checks it down. There's Puka Nacua with his NFL-leading 19th catch of the year already. It's good for a first down. Be aggressive making those calls because I know it's getting filtered through my veteran quarterback. He's on the boot here and had Jalen Hurts in his face. One of the new starters on this defense. Second down and 10. Stafford over the middle. It's Nacua. Strong hands to hang on to that ball with Braun all over him.
Gives him a zone check. He uses that motion by the back. He knows it's zone coverage.
Third down and 5. Stafford for 2-2 Atwell. Couldn't hang on. Zach Bond's on him, and it's fourth down. First attempt of the year for Joshua Carty from beyond 21 yards. Second-year man from Stanford. Drills it. Impressive effort right there from 51. So the Eagles still have their weapon that, again, is available to anybody that wants to try it and perfect it. Nobody's been able to do it like these Eagles have. That's a line drive kick that goes through the hands of Tank Bigsby and out of the back of the end zone. Drive begins at the 20 here. Hurts scans the field and steps up. Kobe Turner can't get him. Hurts will throw it out of bounds.
You win 18 out of your last 19 games. You're just hard to beat.
Yeah, big development here. Lane Johnson out of the game at right tackle. Matt Pryor has replaced him. They blitz right over that right tackle spot and get there for the first sack of the day. Poona Ford, who the Rams are hoping, Greg, can be a difference maker from last year against the Eagles. They brought in this offseason.
Yeah, Poona Ford, you can see him down here on the bottom of your screen. He's listed at 5'11". The guy can flat out play.
Third down and long. They'll hand it off to Barkley, and nothing doing for Saquon Barkley. Curl from the safety spot to get the tackle. Blood in the water there, bringing a blitz right over the new right tackle and Pryor. Braden Mann with a punt. Xavier Smith backpedals to take it to the 26 and hits the accelerator. Smith across the 40. Good field position for the Rams. One day goes out to practice, feels like it's turned the corner, and that he's beyond it. This is a screenplay that is blown up. Jahad Campbell with the coverage there on the tight end Higbee.
It's hard to believe he's 37 years old, playing as good a ball as he ever has.
Second and 10 to the ground here, and Blake Corum has a ton of room off the left side, and the Rams feel like they have really 1A and 1B. Fake to Corum. Stafford a deep drop. Looking long. Wants Davante Adams. End zone. He's got it. The Rams hook up on another deep shot. 44-yard touchdown. Stafford to Davante Adams. Why they got him.
Well, it wasn't man coverage. This was zone, but Davante Adams just runs right by Reed Blankenship. And that's the downfield passing game on early downs that has been the best in the NFL coming into today's game, and they're going to continue to dial it up. There it is.
And Davante Adams, who had his first big game as a Ram last week, and in doing so passed Michael Irvin. Another line drive kick that's given opponents a lot of problems the first two games against the Rams. They've been the best in the NFL pinning teams deep off kickoffs, and they do it again here.
Nonetheless, great throw catch.
Eagles start the drive with a play action pass. Hurts over the middle for A.J. Brown, and it's broken up by Quentin Lake.
And the Eagles are right below them as far as how much money allocated to these young defenses. They are really impressive.
Run it on second and 10. Nothing doing there for Barkley. There's been no room on the ground for Barkley after he ran wild on these Rams last year. Tires, and it's the defensive line that's the biggest strength that everybody's talking about. Bringing it here and getting there. Jalen McCullough absolutely levels Jalen Hurts. They found him, and he's been a stud through 2 years.
Look, Joe, they're trying to catch the Rams off guard here. None of the offensive linemen getting a stance. And then McCullough, he just comes scot-free. That's Saquon Barkley's man. Barkley is trying to give Pryor, remember, the new right tackle. He's so focused on giving him a chip there on the edge, and he takes his eyes off his defender. And
man to punt it. Smith had a long return his first time. They'll have room right here. Smith from the 26. Flags down, and Smith is down at the 33 after a 63-yarder from Mann.
During the return, holding return team number 2. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 21 of the kicking team. The ball will be offset at the dead ball spot. It's first down, Los Angeles.
Sydney's got to be saying, I don't know how many.
Show their pressure, thinking they weren't ready to snap the ball.
Kyron Williams on a stretch play, looking for the edge, finding a seam, and getting 14 yards on the first play of the drive. Yeah, there's Stafford and there's Adams and Nakua on the outside, but Kyron Williams, back-to-back seasons with 1,100 yards rushing, heavily used, more than anybody. So they reward. It's Williams again. This time Zach Bond buries him. Lost a yard. Time for our first game break of the day. Here's Carissa. Down sack, Greg.
All right, so first off, just look how nobody is in a stance, right? So that's number one. Number two, these guys belong to the offensive line. So that's McCullough. He belongs to Saquon Barkley. So either the timing of getting in their stance was not right, or that was by design with the hope.
Second and long. Stafford quickly finds Nakua. Modest gain right there. Adoree Jackson with the coverage. Eagles rush 4. Stafford throws over the middle, incomplete, but a flag. Devontae Adams working on Quinyon Mitchell.
Defense number 27. False place at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Back to the ground on first down. Kyron Williams for a short gain. Stafford said to us, it took me some time to get used to how quickly. 2nd and 8. Keep it on the ground. Williams a hole. Kyron Williams a good start to this game. Fighting forward and getting enough for a first down. Rams over 6 yards per play so far. There's Adams to the top of the screen with Nakua. They run it in that direction. Blake Corum cuts it back, and it hadn't mattered whether it's Williams or Corum. There's a lot of room in this running game.
It just takes them a minute to get there.
Corum again. First down and goal. Blake Corum for 11 yards to the 6. First down and goal for Stafford and the Rams. Fake to Williams. Throw for Devontae Adams, but too high. Ran the slant there on Mitchell.
It's a big priority today for Sean McVay.
Been run heavy on this drive. Back to the ground here. Kyron Williams powers ahead to the 2.
You can't help but feel that pressure when you have an opportunity.
Straight ahead. Williams at the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Rams. Well, the Rams keep it on the ground throughout that drive.
I wonder if they're going to call it on him. 65.
Holding. Offense. Number 65.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty. Third down.
Stafford scanning. Stafford throwing incomplete in Higbee's area, but a lot closer to Cooper DeJean. Chip shot for Cardi, who is 2 for 2 today. 13-7. Rams in front. Eagles back on offense after this break. Looking for a 3-0 start coming out of the Super Bowl win. Cardi with another wobbler down there. Hard to handle once again. John Mechie from the 5 trying to get to the sideline. Flags flying from every direction as Mechie takes it across the 25.
During the return, there's 2 fouls on the return team. Holding. 81. Holding. Number 54. This penalty will be half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, we mentioned this earlier, but the Rams have put a lot of focus into leveraging the new kickoff touchback placement, being the 35, putting the ball in place, saying, okay, you know, where it used to be, we'll boot it into the.
It's a huge advantage in field position.
Still no Lane Johnson in this game. They run behind his replacement, and Matt Pryor and Saquon Barkley's got just a yard. So you've got an Eagles team that, yeah, they're facing a really good offensive team and trailing here. This may be one of those days. Efficient is not enough. Barkley with just 2. Quentin Lake takes him out. A.J. Dillon replaces Saquon Barkley ahead of this 3rd and 6 play. Trying to convert 3rd down for the first time. Blitz picked off. Hurts sideline. Dotson broken up by Lake. Quentin Lake, what a last-second adjustment right there.
A lot of ground with the ball in the air.
Captain of this defense. Guy Sean McVay says, yeah, he's a captain, but a lot of people should be considering him a star. Everything he does for this team. Here's Smith on the return, and Xavier Smith across the 45. Rams take over at the 46 after a 3rd straight 3-and-out from Philly. Yeah, and it's Corum. They got 4, stopped by the corner, Jackson.
Get them the ball back quickly. Don't let this get to a multiple-score game.
Stafford off play action. Zips one for Nacua. Puka Nacua to the 35, 15 yards, beating Reed Blankenship.
This is becoming super common. You're going to see a C-gap entry on play-action pass. You see this at all levels of football. Puka Nacua, his ability to be used as a blocker, he almost has the vibe, Joe, of like how a tight end can benefit from play-action pass because he's in there so much doing it for a lot.
Part of the 4th catch of the day for Nacua, adding to his league-leading total, 22 on the year. Adams on the speed out against Mitchell. Cool. I can't wait to pair up with this guy. Corum on the ground, gets around the edge, around a block from Whittington for another LA first down. These 2 guys have combined for 6 catches and a touchdown in this game. Whittington on the sweep, 6 more. Blankenship stops him. So 6 catches for this duo. Williams, a wall this time. Jalen Carter in there to plug things up. Stafford will throw. He's got Adams, but he misses him. Adams had some room there on the speed out. It's 4th down and 3. Of course, on the other side, this is kind of what Vic Fangio's defense is designed to do, bend but not break, and they've gotten 2 red zone stops. Side spinning kick, and all of them have done this through the hands of Tank Bigsby. Coverage team right on him, and that starting field position gets worse. Back at the 13.
Yeah, it's a knuckleball.
Lane Johnson still out at right tackle with a neck and shoulder issue. Play action on 1st down. They get it to Barkley on the screen. Got away from the first man, but not from Byron Young. He lost yardage.
After the play, personal foul. Number 11. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run will be 2nd down.
You know, you can blink, and there he goes for 90 yards down the sideline, too. Here's Barkley looking for room. Nothing there, and it's Jared Verse to slam him down. Need to get it out to the 24. And they'll hand it off and bring more Blues as Barkley gets what he can, which is not much. Nate Landman the tackle. 10 unbeatens left in the NFL, 2 of them head-to-head here today. It's a line drive punt. The Rams going to get great field position again. Xavier Smith sets him up in Eagles territory.
He's a special dude.
Drive begins with the Williams run. Williams breaks a tackle and swerves for 12. Got away from Zach Bond, who does not miss many tackles. And we talk about Stafford, but you got Williams with 69 yards already.
Yeah, and it's just they got everything.
And our 1st down throw. Stafford for Devontae Adams, threads it through there. Adams hangs on against Mitchell.
No real urgency, no real need for rush.
Williams got hit in the backfield. Zach Bond there to get him. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Would really even matter.
Yeah, I get what they're thinking, but that's a lot of time to run off. Stafford floating for Nacua, and he missed him. Yeah, as bad as it's been for the Eagles, it should be a lot worse. Cardi with his 4th field goal to the half as he just curls that inside the upright. Outgaining him by 1 million, but leading just 19-7.
You ask defensive coordinators if you could be good at.
They're one of the best home field advantages in the NFL in recent years. They've won 22 of their last 27. Here's a little change up to the kicking game. A touchback. Heading up there to face off with the Bears is McDonald tries to get his first win as the head coach. The boos rain down. What was a 2-0 start, but one that wasn't necessarily pretty, has devolved here to a very ugly, frustrating first half. Average starting field position for the Eagles about the 15-yard line. Here's another knuckleball. It's the same thing. John Mechie from the 5. They're going to start at the 9-yard line. So the Eagles offense, the worst half under Nick Sirianni. 22 plays, 33 yards. They go to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. He did nothing on the ground. They collectively did nothing through the air.
Get up on the line, call your best plays.
The 3 yards on that first play. Hurts gets pounded. The ball is out, and the Rams will fight for it at the bottom. Nate Landman, it looks like, has it.
In all of football, you'll see here his replacement, Matt Pryor. It's just a tough matchup. You've got to keep edges. You have to keep guys from the outside in. Jared Verse has done that to a lot of guys in his short time in the NFL. And
the one problem for the Rams in the first half, they couldn't score once they got into the red zone. Here they go to Kyren Williams. He's in for the touchdown. Play action, one play. They find the end zone after it eluded them in the red zone in the first half.
Yeah, there's something about this play that defense is forever. Just back fast out of the backfield. Winnington, he just outside releases to cause confusion and interference. And for whatever reason, fast to the flat by a tailback, they have a very hard time picking him up. And it's a staple red zone play at all levels of football, and it virtually always works.
Here it does for Stafford's second touchdown of the day, and that is 26 unanswered for the Rams after the Eagles scored a touchdown on their first drive. They felt like grew and gained confidence through it. Yeah, you talk about validating confidence there. This is turning into a joke here on these kickoffs. Mechie does well to get to the 20.
A deep completion or an incomplete. At this point, you have nothing to lose. Get him involved in the game.
They got a new right tackle in the game. Fred Johnson blocks first there. And there he is, A.J. Brown.
This is the best roster in football on paper. They got to get the ball in the hands of their best players.
Here is one of them, Saquon Barkley. First down since the first drive of the day. It's checking with Pam.
Too many details. He said fight and claw is what we have to do.
Draw for Barkley here. Into the arms of Byron Young for 7. And it is, of course, for the 4th consecutive year, a new play caller. Hurts, left side. Center Juergens pulls out and helps him get a first down, but flags fly. And this is coming back.
Holding, offense number 51. That penalty is declined. Holding, offense number 69. Penalties accepted. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
A.J. Dillon replaces Saquon Barkley on 2nd and 13. Hurts down the sideline. There's Brown. He's got it against Durant. Why it's taken this long, who knows? 36 yards, his second catch of the drive.
Yes, you don't have to get that complicated, right? Put him outside the numbers. You pretty much, whether it's zone or man, he's going to be one-on-one with the corner. And just let him go do what he does best. He's a vertical downfield threat. He runs slants. He runs.
Who's out there defended by a guy who's 5'10", 180. Out of the gun. Hurts has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They attack downfield. Voila. 33-yard touchdown for the tight end.
And aside from that resulting in a touchdown, what I like the most about that Eagles possession is it's really the first time today that it's looked like, you know what, Jalen Hurts, you're our guy. You're our dude. We're going to put the game on your shoulders as we try to claw back. Worth noting, Fred Johnson, a new right tackle that entire possession.
Yeah, and the extra point is there from Jake Elliott. The Eagles offense went into that last drive with 43 yards total for the day, 79 yards in 5 plays there. Get back to within 2 scores. Here's Corum to the 31. And out from the 31, Stafford to throw in the quick game. Puka Nacua against Adoree Jackson. Surge past him for 13. From the 43, straight ahead, Kyren Williams. Got 5.
in this Rams offense.
6 yards per carry today. They keep it there with Williams. This time there's not a lot of room. He keeps on fighting, makes something out of it. Got a couple. They look to throw. Blitz is picked up. Scrambles to extend it. Being chased. Stafford got pulled down shy. Jordan Davis hot in pursuit. At 26 pounds that he shed this offseason coming into play right there. Moving nicely to make it 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Matthew Stafford does a lot of things at an elite level. He is not at this point in his career a scramble. Kind of an interior plug-and-play type defensive tackle, that time out in space, and that's a big stop.
First punt of the day forced by the Philly defense. Ethan Evans with a short kick right here. Miss it this one. Dotson the fair catch. Hurts completing his last 3. He's looking in Brown's direction to begin this drive. He's pressured into the end zone and has to throw it away. That was the rookie Josiah Stewart who applied the pressure. 2nd down. Hurts to Brown. Broken up. Emmanuel Forbes, just 2 years ago, was a first-round pick of the Commander.
He's got a new home here in L.A.
3rd down and 10. They show blitz backed off. Rush just 3. 8 in coverage as Hurts finds Smith. Devontae Smith comes loose. On 3rd and 10, they get 15.
Well, you mentioned now a couple times Fred Johnson, the new right tackle. Just look at the amount of time. Look how far Devontae. That was really well done.
That's the first 3rd down conversion today for either side. Hurts to throw on 1st down. He was looking long. He'll check it down. It is the first catch for Jahan Dotson, another former first-round pick of the Commanders. 2nd and 3. Fake to Barkley. Over the middle, off the hands of Brown or of Smith. Flags fly though. Penalty moves it into Rams territory. Barkley trying to find some room. He's got Johnson in front to block. Tripped up, but got 9.
He's the perimeter edge defender and forced that ball back up inside.
Barkley takes the fake on 2nd down. Hurts giving all day. He's got John Mechie open underneath. His 2nd catch of the season. 1st and 10. Back to Barkley. Has a hole. Saquon Barkley starting to get it going. He's got a dozen with those bodies back out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it enough that the notion that you run the ball to open up your passing game.
It's 2025, not 1975.
Exactly.
Right? Saquon again, this time stopped by Jared Verse, just a yard. Hurts goes over the middle for Brown. A.J. Brown stopped by Cam Curl.
Coming in, so not a ton of red zone defense, and this is a big one.
Showed pressure, dropped out. 8 in coverage. Man comes late. There's an opening and a 1st down for Devontae Smith, unless they ruled that he gave it up and ran backwards. Another tush push coming. 2 for 2 with this today. This time it got stacked up initially. He reaches for it and gets it. 1st and goal for Philadelphia. Barkley. Kobe Turner brings him down. Captain of this defensive front who stepped into that leadership role with Aaron Donald's retirement the last couple of years.
I think the Rams do a good job seeing through those things and identifying them.
2nd down. Brown end zone. He's got it for the touchdown. Darius Williams asking for a flag. He won't get it. And A.J. Brown has his 1st touchdown of the year.
Well, again, 2 series ago we said this is not complicated. Line up A.J. Brown outside and throw him go balls, throw him slants is what everyone has been searching for to start this season out of the Eagles offense.
First 2 passing touchdowns of the year coming on these last 2 drives. First he finds Dallas Goedert. Pops this one down there. Here comes Blake Corum. Blake Corum to the 30. Rams drive begins from the 30. Eagles putting the pressure on here. Kyron Williams having a big day. He got stopped by Joshua Uche. We check in with Carissa for a game break. Stafford to throw. Waits for it to develop. It never does. Pressure coming from Carter. Did swing that one outside and find Jordan Whittington, but lost a yard.
All of a sudden, the defense takes the field with a little more energy.
Blitz coming. And getting to Stafford, who got rid of it to Puka Nacua. He's got it for a first down. Again, that back issue they feel like is behind him. You take a hit like that, that can make it crop up really quick. Delivers a strike here back to Nacua. Puka Nacua, 20 more yards and a first down to the Philly 40. Directed at somebody.
Taunting offense number 12. A 15-yard penalty. First down.
Nacua on the sweep. Had a touchdown on this look last week. And Puka Nacua gets 6 yards. Tackled by Zach Bond to bring this third quarter to a close. 2nd and 4 to begin the fourth. Stafford back to throw. Given time. Underneath he goes. And that is Davis Allen, the tight end, for a gain of 3. 3rd down and 1. 3rd and short. They'll look to throw. Stafford sets up. Heaves one long. Davante Adams can't get there. Mitchell stride for stride. Stafford a little bit out ahead of him. 4th down and a long one coming up here.
Run at the teeth of this defense and get vertical.
It is Williams, and it is blown up. No chance. Jordan Davis.
Yeah, it's just a bad matchup. I think you got to, I don't mind running it inside, but you got to get away from your backup right guard. Limmer is struggling. He is not able to block Jordan Davis one-on-one. So, again, you throw it on 3rd. Great.
From their own 47-yard line. Start this drive with a toss to Saquon Barkley. And the Rams all over it. Lost a yard there. Barkley motions out. Hurts goes sideline. Devontae Smith. Stopped by Lake. 3rd down.
He just gave a signal here to the bottom of the screen.
That's where Brown is. Defended by Williams. Pressure comes. Flag is down, and so is Hurts. He gets sacked by Byron Young.
He's going to decline it, make it 4th and 6.
Number 51. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Maybe if this is the first quarter, and we've seen what we've seen from the Eagles at that point, but they've shown an ability to hit big plays since then. Here comes pressure. Hurts steps up. Hurts lets it go. It's broken up, and the Rams take over. Perfect 70 degrees on this Sunday afternoon in September. Rams from midfield, handed off. Blake Corum cutting it back. Blake Corum turns nothing into a gain of a dozen. I'm telling you, I like this guy. 2nd-year player out of Michigan. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I like him too. And I actually had a chance before the game down on the field. Clint Hurt, the defensive line coach for this Philadelphia Eagles, he was working with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, and the exact drill they were doing. I went up and talked to him. He said,
Kevin Dotson back in the game at right guard. End off to him again. Stopped this time after a gain of 1. Jordan Davis and Moro Ojomo in there to stop him. 2nd and 9. The house coming. Stafford gets it to Nacua. Breaks a tackle and gets a first down. Oh, Stafford just barely gets that handoff to Whittington. Good tackle by Reed Blankenship. Wow. So you're telling me they're not doing drills in practice, taking steps?
I promise you, Stafford has never dove on the ground for a handoff.
Facing another blitz here. Finds Nacua again. It seems Puka Nacua is always there when Matt Stafford's feeling heat.
I'm trying to go down and make this an 8-point game if I'm LA.
Stafford looking end zone. Davante Adams couldn't hang on. Blankenship the coverage. Should it be interesting to see the replay here if he got a hand on it. So they go from 3rd and 2 to having to settle for another field goal. Joshua Carty has it blocked. It's flipped forward and picked up by the Eagles. This time they come away with nothing. 26-21, a stalemate here early in the 4th quarter. The defending champ. So an offense that has come to life in this 2nd half, backed into its own end, and a tight window there for Goddard. It's broken up. On 2nd and 10, they look to throw again. Over the middle, there's Smith. Knocked away again. Quentin Blake all over for the Rams. And the Rams get pressure. This is their strength, the pass rush. Here they come after Hurts. It's picked up. It's floated to the outside, and Brown twisted straight to rip it away. A.J. Brown fighting to the 34. 25 yards. What a monster.
And it wasn't bad coverage by Darius Williams, the veteran corner. The ball floats a little bit, but I mean, how many times have we said that he's come to life?
Boy, he swatted Darius Williams off him like he was a fly, landing on his arm. Hurts pulls it, has room, has a blocker, has a first down. Barkley, stopped by Young. Well, they have stopped Saquon Barkley today. 2nd and 8. Hurts to throw. To the sideline. Smith. Kinchins the tackle. 3rd and short. 3rd down and 3. Hurts looks to throw. Delivers and going up to get it is Smith. Devontae Smith with 11 yards.
To find Devontae Smith.
-1 in the passing game in the first half. Up to 194 now as Barkley gets hit at the line. Boone Ford in there to shut it down. Under 5.5 left. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. Picked up. Hurts with time. Laid it off to Barkley, who had room but couldn't catch it. 3rd and long. Pressure coming from the secondary. Hurts goes outside, and it's a perfect strike. A.J. Brown stays in bounds to the 15. Second time on this drive. They found Brown on 3rd down, this time for 23 yards.
Yeah, so they bring all the bigs here, but they drop, and they bring the small guys out of the secondary. But again, just a great job by this Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. And why would you not just continue to target one-on-one when the
quarterback draw? Barkley leads, and Hurts gets popped by Spates.
Here in a one-score game.
Another quarterback draw. A little more room this time. 3rd and 3. Yeah, the Rams in the red zone, 2 for 5. 3rd and 3. Barkley spins. Barkley surges. 1st and goal for the Eagles. Didn't look like there was anything there, but the reigning player of the year made something out of it.
Just checked into Tiger Woods.
Which is a handoff to Barkley, who's thrown down in the backfield by Byron Young. 2.5 left. 2nd and goal. Brown to the near side. Hurts looks the other way. Now comes back as Barkley out of the backfield, tiptoeing the sideline inside the 5. Brown to the slot on top. 3rd down and goal. He looks in that direction. Throws incomplete. Boy, had Curl turned his head, that ball was pretty much right to him. Room in the middle there as Hurts uses legs. He'll look to throw. To the sideline. It's Smith. He's got it. Touchdown Philly. All the way back to take the lead.
He just looks across the field and just says, all right, what matchup do I like the best? And it's been so much of A.J. Brown this entire second half. But here, press coverage in the slot against Emmanuel Forbes. And the sudden...
Gets rid of it quickly. Knocked away by Kinchins. The defense on Smith. Jalen Hurts did not have a passing touchdown. From 26-7 to 27-26. Still a lot of time for the Rams. Blake Corum on the return. Blake Corum stopped at the 30. Incomplete. Looking for Nakua. Defended by Jacorian Bennett, who is fresh into the game with Adoree Jackson dealing with injuries.
For some miscommunication and late play calls, so put him in a tough spot.
This time he hooks up with Nakua against Bennett. A little bit short.
Ensure you get the first down. Just get a clean set of downs. There you go.
To Kyron Williams ahead to the 44.
Yeah, so now you got to go fast. You want to hold that field goal as long as you can. That timeout, I mean.
Stafford has Nakua again. First down inside the 45. 3 pass plays, all of them to Nakua. Here comes pressure. Deep drop. Deep throw. Nakua again. Wanted the flag, won't get it. Looked like Bennett had a hold of him for a moment. Lined up to the near side. Again, a blitz. Over the middle, it's Nakua again into field goal range. Stopped by Bennett with 33 seconds.
Kenyon Mitchell, he's been shadowing Devontae Adams the entire game.
Straight ahead. First down for Kyron Williams. And are they comfortable enough right here where you're just kind of putting the ball in the middle of the field? You got the one timeout in 15 seconds. 18 seconds. Still the one timeout. Stafford going sideline. Nakua. Dangerous throw. Incomplete. 13 seconds. It'd be a 51-yarder from here. 13 seconds. And now they'll try to get a couple more. And they do. Kyron Williams will set this one up. Joshua Carty has it blocked again. This time Jordan Davis. The big man looks for the icing on one big cake. Eagles hang on.
They're right here. They just run over the interior left side of the Rams field goal unit. And tell you what, I'm not sure what's more impressive. His ability to get in there and block the kick, or how fast he just ran with the ball. But
he wouldn't have run that fast last year or the year before. He dropped a bunch of weight, said he feels night and day different this year, the way that he's moving. We saw him run down Matt Stafford earlier for a big third down stop. And then he gallops free right here. It didn't matter even if somebody was trying to catch him. I'm not sure they would have.